Excuse me while I slide this little stand out of the way. I don't think, welcome Mike Hurdle up as part preacher today. We will have another part preacher today too. Where does poetry come from? Dreams bring poems, day or night. Dreams bring poems, and poetry dreams. But poems need words that come from dreams and bounce out on a page, and words come harder than dreams. The bouncy words come from things I see and feel, from things I know or want to, from things I dream. I find poems in nature. I find poems in the sky. I find poems in music. I find poems where I go. Poems come from books, from the New Yorker, but the roots of poems are all in dreams. Most poems never find a page, just dreams, never put to words, puffs of smoke in the wind. When the puffs make words, all see the dream. Puffs without words, I'm not so sure. But I am surely not the only one on a morning walk to see a poem along the lake in the rough old tree. The puff of smoke is sent too plain for any passerby not to catch a whiff. I'm sure the scent of poems, pungent or faint, can come to any nose, on any face. All writers hope that dreams bring words. A poet dreams in words that bounce. Now, some poets seem to believe that a dreamy world from which poetic words flow is not apparent to all. I'm not so sure about that. I think everybody has dreams. Maybe some people are better at the words that come from dreams, but here's what Ray Armantrout has to say about that. The poem is called Clarion. There are people who don't hear an internal monologue or private dialogue in their heads. I know people who don't imagine that songs on the radio are by them or about them and their private affairs. Humans live in a narrow slice of time compared with dogs, for whom what we think of as a recent history is still present on the air. I have dreams in which I'm not even a protagonist. Am I the only one? It's like watching television with a sense of great urgency. The ornamental pear puts out just 2 small leaves of such clarion red amidst the green ones that I look up the meaning of clarion and find it refers to a small high-pitched medieval trumpet or the sound the trumpet made. This is what makes me want to weep and to be seen weeping. Do you know what I mean? You have a couple, Mike?
I do. Morning, everybody. Good to see all of you. Billy Collins talks about the right and wrong way to read and think about a poem in this one that I'm going to read. It's Introduction to Poetry by Billy Collins. I asked them to take a poem and hold it up to the light like a color slide, or press an ear against its hive. I say, drop a mouse into a poem and watch him probe his way out. Or walk inside the poem's room and feel the walls for a light switch. I want them to water ski across the surface of a poem, waving at the author's name on the shore. But all they want to do is tie that poem to a chair with rope and torture a confession out of it. They begin beating it with a hose to find out what it really means. Mary Oliver is special to so many of us. She knows how to cut to the chase, to go straight to the heart of the matter. Here's her poem about the interplay between her words and ours. The poem is called "I Want to Write Something So Simply." Mary Oliver. I want to write something so simply about love or about pain that even as you are reading, you feel it, and as you read, you keep feeling it. And though it be my story, it will be common. Though it be singular, it will be known to you, so that by the end you will think, no, you will realize that it was all the while yourself arranging the words, that it was all the time words that you yourself, out of your heart, had been saying. Is Crow, would you join us up here for a reading?
I have a rather short poem I wrote myself. Close your eyes, flip the page, look behind you. What's that? Are you lost? I'm not. And neither are you. Is this a dream? What a silly question. Dreams aren't real, neither is this, neither are you. Thank you.
For those of you who are new or for the first time, the youth in our church are very important. Now, sometimes, but not all the time, song lyrics can stand alone as poems. I know some people don't think this, but I do. I think this lyrical poem must have come in a dream, and it tells you that if you get confused, listen to the music, which to me is to dream. Franklin's Tower by the noted poet Robert Hunter of the Grateful Dead. In another time's forgotten space, your eyes looked from your mother's face, wildflower seed on the sand and stone, may the four winds blow you safely home. I'll tell you where the four winds dwell. In Franklin's Tower there hangs a bell. It can ring, turn night to day. It can ring like fire when you lose your way. God save the child that rings that bell. It may have one good ring, you can't tell. One night, one watch by night, one watch by day. If you get confused, hear the music play. Some come to laugh their past away. Some come to make it just one more day. Whichever way your pleasure tends, if you plant ice, you'll harvest wind. In Franklin's Tower, the four winds sleep. Like four lean hounds, the lighthouse keep. Wildflower seed on the sand and wind, may the four winds blow you home again. Roll away the dew. You better roll away the dew. Even the most famous poets for whom words seemed to pour out in rivers, acknowledged that they saw things more clearly in dreams. This is from a very famous poem, Sonnet number 43 by William Shakespeare. When most I wink, then do mine eyes best see, for all the day they view things unrespected. But when I sleep in dreams, they look on thee, and darkly bright are the bright in dark directed. Then thou, whose shadows doth make bright, how would thy shadow form happy show to the clear day with thy much clearer light? When to unseeing eyes thy shade shines so, how would, I say, mine eyes be blessed made by looking on thee in the living day? When in dead night thy fair imperfect shade through heavy sleep on sightless eyes doth stay, all days are nights to see till I see thee, and nights bright days when dreams do show thee me.
Many years ago, a young friend of mine passed away of pancreatic cancer. Before his death, he put his memorial service together and included this lovely song and poem. Secret of Life, James Taylor. The secret of life is enjoying the passage of time. Any fool can do it. There ain't nothing to it. Nobody knows how we got to the top of the hill, but since we're on our way down, we might as well enjoy the ride. The secret of love is opening up your heart. It's okay to feel afraid, but don't let that stand in your way, 'cause anyone knows that love is the only road, and since we're only here for a while, might as well show some style. Give us a smile. Isn't it a lovely ride? Sliding down, gliding down. Try not to try too hard. It's just a lovely ride. Now, the thing about time is that time isn't really real. It's just your point of view. How does it feel to you? Einstein said he could never understand it all. Planets spinning through space, the smile upon your face. Welcome to the human race. Some kind of lovely ride. I'll be sliding down. I'll be gliding down. Try not to try too hard. It's just a lovely ride. Isn't it a lovely ride? See me sliding down, gliding down. Try not to try too hard. It's just a lovely ride. The secret of life is enjoying the passage of time. A friend and mentor of mine wrote this poem as a tribute to a childhood friend and a particularly special memory of him. The poem is called Pat and Louie at the Movies by Murray Bodo. When you died, Roy Rogers wrote onto my screen in The Bells of San Angelo, 1947. We were 10 years old. I'd been looking for you in a female cardinal perched on the fire escape, waving, not in an old movie title. Instead, Roy came, 2 days on a channel that wouldn't open. Then, boom, I knew it was you, waving goodbye to us at Saturday double features. hoping one would be Roy Rogers, so we could run home after and mimic our favorite actor. Okay, I got one more here. The famous line, "We are such stuff as dreams are made on," appears in Act 4 of The Tempest. Spoken by Prospero, the passage reflects on the fleeting, illusory nature of human life and reality. The full quote is widely celebrated for its poetic beauty. Such stuff as dreams are made on, by William Shakespeare. Our revels now are ended. These, our actors, as I foretold you, were all spirits, and are melted into air, into thin air. And like the baseless fabric of this vision, the cloud-capped towers, the gorgeous palaces, the solemn temples, the great globe itself, yea, all which it inherit, shall dissolve, and like this insubstantial pageant faded. Leave not a rack behind. We are such stuff as dreams are made on, and our little life is rounded with a sleep.